Good evening. Psalm 23 is a favorite psalm, without a doubt. If the Lord wills, we will talk through this psalm during our devotions over the next few weeks. Our theme for the series is "The Lord is my shepherd and my host. That's enough." I have a shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd. Psalm 23 assumes that we all need a shepherd. This is a given. The question is not whether you need one. The question is, who is your shepherd? Nobody really likes to be compared to a sheep. Yet there is so much in the image of a sheep that says something about our human inability and dependence. When you leave a sheep on its own, he wanders off and follows his own heart. You must scent and guide a sheep, according to Isaiah 53. Sheep are easily lost, like the one sheep in the parable of the man who had 100 sheep, Matthew 18. When Jesus saw the crowd bringing the sick people one day, he felt sorry for them because they seemed tired and helpless to him, like sheep without a shepherd, Matthew 9. Sheep easily fall into a ditch or a hole and then cannot get out on their own, Matthew 12. Sheep are helpless when alone. He easily becomes the prey of wolves. A sheep cannot defend himself. He cannot bite or kick or attack. Sheep cannot look for food or water in the desert himself. Someone has to leave and to drive them. Shepherds are powerless in the hands of man, leading them to be slaughtered. Acts 8. Actually, the image of a sheep says only one thing, and that's true. We are dependent on the Lord as a sheep is dependent on a shepherd. The shepherd determines the safety and the survival of the sheep. Can I introduce you to the shepherd through Psalm 23? Not a shepherd, but the only true shepherd. This psalm is full of the revelation of God. This shepherd is Yahweh, Lord, the God of the covenant. This is how the psalm begins, and this is how the psalm ends, and therefore this is how it is throughout the psalm. Yahweh is the proper name of God. He wants his people to address him in this way. He says who he is. He is who he is. He is the one who is. He's not a man-made design or invention like other gods. He will also be, because he has no beginning and no end. And he is your shepherd. He is the one who came to reveal himself through his Son, Jesus Christ. Jesus refers to himself as the shepherd in John 10. Very truly, I tell you, Pharisees, anyone who does not enter the sheepfold by the gate, but climbs in by some other way, is a thief and a robber. The one who enters by the gate is the shepherd of the sheep. The gatekeepers open the gate for him, and the sheep listen to his voice. He calls his own sheep by name and leads them out. When he has brought out all his own, he goes on ahead of them, and his sheep follow him because they know his voice. But they will never follow a stranger. In fact, they will run away from him because they do not recognize a stranger's voice. And then verse 14, I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep, and my sheep know me, just as the Father knows me, and I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. That you need a shepherd is not what it is about. That the Lord is your shepherd is precisely the consolation. He is your only chance at true survival. Belonging to him is the only comfort in life and death, and body and in soul. No one else can be your shepherd. You can also not be your own shepherd. You can also not be the shepherd of other people. you can at most tell other helpless sheep about the Lord, who is your shepherd. Good night.